It's National Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and we're joined by someone who has dedicated their life to the cause. We're talking about the founder of Susan G. Komen for the Cure and the Promise Fund, Nancy Brinker. Good morning to you, Nancy. Thank you for joining us to talk about this important topic. We know that your sister sadly died of breast cancer at just 36 years old. Shortly thereafter, you founded Susan G. Komen for the Cure. So much has happened in those 4 decades. Tell me, what improvements and progress have you seen made since then?
Well, we made tremendous improvements in progress in research and in giving women with stage 4 or late stage disease longer lives. We're not there at the end of that yet, but during the time that I was founded and led Susan G. Komen, we gave away almost $3 billion to research and to community efforts all over the country. And now I've turned a page and I'm focusing solely through the Promise Fund, started here in Florida because the needs are so great, on disparities. Because until we apply what we know, we won't get where we need to be in the 50-year war on cancer that was declared in 1971.
Yeah, I know this is just bigger. I mentioned earlier than just raising funds. Obviously, we've done a lot in terms of finding the cure and things like that. But you've also touched on policymakers and things that need to be done on that level. Elaborate on that for me.
Well, policymakers need to make sure that any kinds of legislation or laws are enforced in their own states, in the country. They are very influential people, and we've made so much progress. We need to make sure also we need to create much more equity in health equity in cancer research. And this last year was really difficult because COVID prevented, and we saw the curve of breast cancer screening go down 90 to 98%. In some places in our country and worldwide, it's as difficult. And I would ask people to go to thepromisefund.org, and they will also see the Hologic Global Health Index that shows each country's problem with breast cancer and where we need the work to be done.
Yeah, elaborate on the disparities. I know those have been widened even further during the pandemic, but there's certain groups that are more significantly impacted than others.
Absolutely. Black women die generally 40% more often of breast cancer. Hispanic women also have a higher incidence of dying. And most of these are genetic kinds of diseases, but caught early. If we detect breast cancer early, we can almost say we can cure it. And that's what we're doing in the Promise Fund of Florida. We're building a new model built around our federally qualified healthcare center, where we have 85,000 women who have no medical home and no care. And I've dedicated this the last part of my life, to answer this promise I made to my sister.
Nancy, they're wrapping me here. I have about 20 seconds, but I want to make sure we get this in. Obviously, we know October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, but for those who have been impacted directly or indirectly, it's a year-round thing. What can we all do, right, to contribute to the cause?
Well, please join us at thepromisefund.org. Our first model, systemic model, we're going to make a change, and we're making a change in our healthcare system here in Florida, where we can outreach to people, screen them, get them through early. It's still the best way to detect early disease and cure people. And everybody has to be a part of this.
Get yourself checked and encourage your loved ones as well.
And work in your own community, because everyone wants to be treated at home.
Absolutely. All right, Nancy Brinker, founder of Susan G. Komen for the Cure and now the Promise Fund. Appreciate your time this morning. Thank you.
Thank you, Jeanette, so much.